We're live. It's our Halloween episode.
That's about as Halloween as you're gonna get.
Yeah.
So what's going on, everyone?
Not much, man. How you doing?
I am dragging ass, like I told you earlier, man. Try and get through this.
I don't know. Is it cloudy and rainy at where you are?
It's cloudy and all that, but
yeah, that doesn't help.
I've been up since like 4 o'clock, so and I can get up 4 o'clock tomorrow. So that's
bullshit, man. That's insane. That's uncivilized.
I usually going to bed at 4.
I usually don't mind it, but I got to bed late last night watching some sports and stupid shit. And
you were watching the Phillies, huh?
I watched a little bit of that. Yeah. I watched Steelers lose, Yankees lose.
Yeah.
So how late were you up?
Oh, it's good when the Yankees lose.
It's probably about 11:30 by the time I got to sleep. So looking at 4.5 hours of sleep.
How about like those Phillies?
No doubt, man. Are the Eagles still undefeated?
Yep.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, this city's going nuts right now, dude.
I bet. Better lock everything down, man.
Nah, everybody was cool. Everybody's cool. That kind of shit doesn't worry me. They overblow that shit on the news anyway.
All right, Aaron, you want to derail this thing?
Oh shit! I was gonna just bust it out, but okay. So again, this is stolen. So I'll give my source if anyone wants. But if would you rather like have to fight a gorilla like once a week, and like the gorilla would just sort of attack you at some point during the week, but you didn't know it was going to happen?
Pop around the corner.
But you couldn't die. Okay. So would you rather have that or everything you think comes true?
Oh, I don't know about that. That sounds like the Pink Panther.
Oh, well.
Yeah, this is like that fucking movie, Would You Rather.
Do I know? I mean, do I go into it knowing that everything I think comes true?
Yeah.
I don't know if I want that.
Yeah, that's. I'd rather take a beating from a gorilla once a week.
Everything.
Yeah, but then you could. I don't know.
Everything will go up in flames if everything I thought came true, man.
Yeah.
There'd be a lot of dead people when I'd be walking down the street or something like that.
Yeah.
You know, I'd be passing somebody, some idiot, and I'd be like,
there'd be no cars on the road. Wait a minute, let me rethink this.
Yeah, that's what I'm.
Maybe you could think it and like fix everything, you know?
It'd be a wonderful world, maybe.
Oh, yeah.
Just think about record shopping.
Control.
Yeah.
Simple as record shopping would be like,
it would
I really wish I would find that. Oh.
Plus, you take a fucking beating from a gorilla. I don't care if you're dying or not. You're still gonna be fucked up.
Yeah, it'd probably be better if you were dead.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
So,
like after like the first beating, I think I'd be done.
Yeah, by the time you kind of come out of healing out of the first another week, there it is again.
like, oh fuck.
You could like prepare, you know, like you don't know when the gorilla's going to attack you, right? But you could like carry a gun or something.
Oh, man. I think I'll do the wish thing. Yeah,
you'll have to have a certain type of mind.
Yeah, you just think
thing.
positive on cool stuff, and
dude, everybody would know everything.
That's right. Yeah. I think maybe I don't know.
You're like that's a fucking feature, not a bug.
You know, yeah. I mean, that makes good TV. I guess I don't know.
Oh man.
Yeah, I think
you're gonna get your ass kicked every week. I don't know. I think a gorilla.
Yeah, I'll take the
ass kicking. I'll take the ass kicking.
Wow.
Yeah.
What did you say, Aaron?
I'd take the gorilla. I'd take the beating.
Wait, what if Greeno and I get together? He starts getting his ass kicked, and I wish that wasn't happening. And then the gorilla goes away.
But then he comes back next week. You got to wish it away every week.
Oh, yeah, but what if I wished it away forever?
Yeah, but like here's the thing.
Because then he could hold you. He could like, what is it? Not hold you hostage, but
it's a
blackmail
gorilla.
you. Saying, hey, you want to get beat up this week, Greeno?
How's a gorilla gonna fucking blackmail you?
Here's the thing.
Not the gorilla. I'm saying you could. If you took the think option and Greeno took the gorilla option, you could go to Greeno saying, hey, do you want to get beat up this week or not? I'll think it away or pay me.
But if you take the gorilla option and Greeno takes the other option, then we're all fucked. I got lost.
Right, yeah. He'd be sending more gorillas every day.
See, if you took the
See,
think, if you did
You're
it
in the
that way,
background.
how many
Why
times a day is that gorilla going to cross your mind?
Like
And
every fucking
it's
time.
going to attack you.
Every
Do what? Wait a minute. What'd you say, Aaron?
If you tried doing that two-way thing, right, where like one had the other, see how many times a day is that gorilla going to cross your mind?
Oh.
So you'd probably be getting attacked a lot more often,
I would
even though
have-
you could like get rid of it easier. But it still might fuck you up before you like figure out what's happening.
But you said anything you wish, right?
No, just anything you think.
you
Anything
think.
across your mind is real.
Anything I think. Holy shit, that'd be.
I'd be like, damn, that gorilla's got a nice set of
Yeah,
tits
dude,
on it.
fucking-
Oh my god.
What,
No,
how would that
what's
work?
to get
though?
beat up by a gorilla? Can
What
you
if you're
outrun
like-
the gorilla?
What if you're like driving?
Does he actually beat you up, or he tries to? And if you, like you said, you got a gun, so if you shoot him first, you don't get beat up.
Yeah, well, then if you win, then that's fine. You just have to fight.
Okay.
The gorilla. You don't have to take a beating necessarily.
If-
It's just if
Right,
you're going to get attacked by a gorilla, that's probably what's going to happen.
Taking a beating from a gorilla is like one swipe.
Yeah, totally. The fucking gorilla is going to fuck you up.
Yeah. Like,
Oh, you think he's not? Once you're knocked out on the ground, he's gonna pounce on you and jump on you like he
Yeah,
does
but you
the,
won't-
like the
you won't-
suitcases.
you're not going to die. You won't die though.
You'd be a little
won't-
Samsonite suitcase. What are you talking about?
You wouldn't feel it after the first swipe.
But anything you think comes true. So what if you're like driving along and you're like, oh, I gotta take a dump? Do you just take a dump automatically, or
Yep.
Well, you don't say that out loud. Is it when
You
you
think
I
it?
guess you
Yeah,
think.
you're
You're
right.
thinking like, oh, dude, I gotta.
Man, that's
Well, I guess if
Yeah.
you've got to take a dump, that's already real.
now I'm thinking.
Okay.
I think you get away with that. I don't think it just materializes.
so you
There's
could think, no, I don't have to take a dump, and you don't have to.
There's always a fucking loophole.
Yeah, it'd be like all kinds of goofy shit happening. I guess I don't know. That's
There'd be bad stuff. It would
Either
be
that or-
bad. Very bad.
Now, can everybody else see the gorilla pound on somebody?
I would think.
Yeah.
All right.
It's not what do you mean crazy? It's not an invisible gorilla. That's stupid.
I would turn that into a business.
What neighborhood's just got a
would film
gorilla
it every
walking
week.
around looking for a fight?
I would film it every week, and people would pay to watch me get my ass kicked by a gorilla every week.
Dude, you know what's funny? The podcast that I stole this from, one of the guys said that too.
Really?
We'd get sponsor money if we got filming fucking gorilla kicking somebody's ass every day. That'd be fun.
I mean, I wouldn't be watching that, but people would.
Instead of storm watchers, we're like gorilla watchers. We just go out looking for them.
We're the gorilla watchers.
Do we actually have somebody watching from Brazil?
Yeah, it was
Mhm.
Pazuzu.
Oh, right on.
Thanks
man.
for showing up, bro.
Yeah.
You got AZ Mick, regular in the community. Scotty Strychnine from GRN.
All right, is that enough gorilla versus wish list?
Yeah.
things?
I don't know. Yeah, I might have to change my choice. I don't know.
I was going to pull some records from Brazil, but I don't think I actually did. So
Everything you think.
What?
Nothing. Shut up
Damn.
and play with your friends.
What?
Wow. She needs to
What?
relax.
Man.
See that? See how women get when you don't pay attention to them? Hi.
What are we talking about tonight, girls and guys?
We're
Hi, Julie.
Julie, we're
talking
talking
about.
tampons.
George said we're talking tampons.
Ooh.
Yes
no,
or
we're actually talking about.
No,
no?
no.
No, we're not.
I don't want my vajay all clogged up.
What? Oh. What? Man. Jesus.
The G. Oh my god, that's hysterical.
And C Vance, you said to have her set in.
Fill in for you? Yeah, maybe. Yeah. That might
Where's
have
this
to
night headed?
be. Yeah.
All right.
So yeah,
I guess we're doing like a Halloween thing. We're doing makeup, costumes, record related, whatever.
yeah.
So
So I kind of freaked out, like, because it was almost too broad after the makeup thing. So I just kind of grabbed like shit that I've been listening to, and I figure I'll pull it out and I'll just like argue why it's Halloween themed.
all right.
I'm not completely even sure what I
I
have
don't know
here.
if it's really Halloween. It's just I just
I'll
did
just pull
makeup.
something
Well,
out.
I mean, obviously the makeup bands we know.
Like I said, mine's
we
really
know like
pedestrian.
Kiss and King Diamond and Alice Cooper.
That's pretty much all I got, dude. So whatever.
But that's fine. But I'm saying like
I mean, I got some other ones, but
you can also
That was actually the only thing I could think of was Slayer.
yeah. when they first started.
I was like, I'm not gonna pull out a fucking Kiss record, but fucking Slayer had some makeup going on,
You got to pull out Kiss.
Yeah, and I don't have any of that, like
It's
that black
obvious.
metal, Norwegian
something
stuff that they used to have.
I don't believe you pull out Kiss. Come on,
Do you
you
think
all had Kiss.
in the 70s was Kiss responsible?
The question was, what Kiss album were you all going to pull out to represent the Faces?
I didn't pull one actually.
You didn't pull anything?
I didn't pull Kiss either.
I left
Really?
it.
Nobody pulled.
All right, then I did. So
No, because I said we all figured it's the obvious choice would be Kiss.
like I said, mine's really pedestrian. I'm like that. You guys have the deeper tiers of metal and stuff.
All right, before we get into that, you guys want to talk about any new stuff, what you've been listening to?
Yeah,
nah. Let's go right in. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah,
I showed a lot of it on yesterday on the Vinyl Archivist stream, but I could show some stuff.
Go ahead, George. What you got?
Like I said, I've been on I've been buying CDs, so I picked up the new. I don't know if I showed that last time. Ginger Wildheart and the Sinners.
I was thinking didn't you show the vinyl
Maybe, but I've been listening to this a lot.
That's cool.
This week, killer. And this one surprised me, man. I didn't know what to think, and I think I even posted a thing on Facebook about it. But the new Skid Row.
Yeah, I've been hearing a lot of good things about that.
I see a lot of people talking about it.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty riff oriented, and the singer, the kid sounds like Sebastian, man. They finally got it, I think. Like if they can't get Sebastian back, or they can't figure out a way to make money with Sebastian, you might as well get somebody that sounds like him.
Dude, what about Jason from Dangerous Toys sitting in with Accept, man?
Yeah,
that was kind of cool.
Yeah, big time. He did it again last night with it was him and Mark trading off last night in New York.
What's wrong with Mark? Just
he has some kind of virus or something.
Oh, okay.
I didn't might even have. He probably has like the vid, but they're just not saying it. Maybe I don't know.
But Jace kind of fit right in, man. He has that Udo kind of thing rolling.
Well, now, yeah, he said he was a big Accept fan.
Yeah.
That's what he said that night he was on with us. I remember him talking about Accept.
Yeah. Anything else, George?
Yeah, I picked up. I haven't listened to this. I just got it today, and I bought it on vinyl as well. The new Ugly Kid Joe.
Holy shit! I had no idea they were even a thing.
Yeah, Rad Wings of Destiny is the name of the album. And then I picked this up last week, the Demolition 23 reissue, Michael Monroe.
That's cool. I have an old original of that, I think.
Yeah, I do. This got bonus demo tracks on it.
Mm-hmm.
But it was another one of those things. I ordered the vinyl because it's on Wicked Cool, so they're the cheap vinyl, but we haven't gotten them in yet. So
that's cool.
And the last one, this one I don't know if anybody here is going to be familiar with these guys, but the Street Walking Cheetahs.
The old band?
Yeah.
From the 70s?
No. This is the Steve. No, what's his name?
Or what am I? I'm just thinking Streetwalker, I think.
Yeah. No, Street Walking Cheetahs is Frank Mayer. He did a record last year with Eddie Spaghetti.
Okay.
But this is his band. But this album here is all the covers that they've ever recorded over the last 25 years.
Is that the dude that does the trucker country stuff with Eddie Spaghetti? I can't remember the name of that band. I came across it once.
The Railbenders?
Maybe. I would really like to get some of that stuff. Frank
and Eddie did that cover of My Sharona.
Oh, okay. I remember that.
Yeah, that's Frank, yeah. But he, if Street Walking Cheetahs, they kind of got past me. Like, I didn't know much about him until I seen him hooking up with Eddie Spaghetti, and then I went back and bought one of their records on vinyl, and I liked it. And then I saw this was coming out on that Rumbar Records, and it was super cheap. And I didn't even realize it was 2 discs, but there's like 30, 40 songs on here. Jesus. And it's all the covers. So it's all basically, it's kind of like Electric Frankenstein. Every time they recorded shit, they put like tons of 7 inches out.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. So
right on.
But pretty killer. I'll show some vinyl in a little bit.
How about you, Aaron? Anything new or just what you've been spinning?
This and that. I'm in a weird place for that. Actually, I'm sort of between phases. Like I haven't made a video in kind of a while either.
What the fuck?
Fuck is that?
Fucking
I thought somebody was moaning or screaming. Or something.
fucking Russians are coming. Jesus.
Street noise.
It's one of those Iranian fucking drones that we've been hearing about.
Everybody was like,
I was waiting for something to blow up.
we just get hacked. Go ahead.
Yeah, I got the window open. It's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so the records I pulled, I was kind of just going to show as we go through because that's really all I have here anyway. So,
Okay, that's cool.
yeah.
You gonna show anything or no? Not yet.
Not yet.
All right, next.
How are you, Vance?
I guess I showed a lot of these last night, but I did pick this up. Diamond Head Lightning Formations.
Yeah.
What is that? They redo everything or?
No, this
Advance.
yo. Yeah, there you go.
I picked
So,
it up
yeah.
on disc.
Yeah,
it's,
I picked the
it's the
record up.
old original one.
As far as I know,
Yeah,
it's not that. It's not that. I know what didn't they kind of redo it a couple years ago or something like that. So I think this just came out this year. So
they
Okay.
remixed the so it didn't sound as muddy, and then I think they found the original mixes that they were going to use for the first album, and they didn't use.
Yeah,
That's what, according to the booklet.
that's what I thought. So
This, wait, Vance, the vinyl, does it have all the songs on it? Like
Yeah,
how
I
many
think
songs
so.
are on it?
Should be 7.
Oh, okay, because the disc, the CD has all the Lost mix.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, like here, I'll show you.
See,
the
that's
track.
why maybe I might get back into the CD thing again.
Here,
for a
look,
little while.
real quick.
Oh wow, yeah.
But to see it, I don't know if it'll focus. See it.
No, that's fine. I could just tell the amount of songs in there. Yeah, shoot out the
Yeah, but
lights.
see, it says a Lost original mix
Yeah.
for the last.
So I have the white one too.
Now, what's the
The
second
reissue of
disc?
the white one.
Like shoot out the lights, play it loud, all that shit. I don't know where that came from.
I think those are singles. Can I see
Yeah.
that again?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I think
Like-
they're singles and all that kind of shit.
Singles, B
Yeah,
side.
Shoot Out the Lights is the first single with Streets of Gold. Play It Loud. Waited Too Long. Diamond Lights was a 12-inch with I Don't Go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just singles.
Okay.
Cool. I might even have to go look that up then. That's kind
That's
of
pretty
cool.
cool.
Yeah, because it's like, when I see bands finding like lost original mixes and stuff, it's like how do you A/B that shit to the original vinyl? You know what I mean? Like, is this really lost original mixes, or is this just a?
Yeah.
That kind of drives me insane.
What else you got there?
You tipped me off on this. I snagged this. Came
right on.
a couple days
Cool.
ago, yeah. And like I saw them a week and a half ago. They did this whole album in its entirety, so that was cool to get that.
That was a good deal on that.
Oh, absolutely. And it's like a gatefold, and it's for what it was. I haven't even busted this open. A little Sex Pistols live album from '76.
That's cool. I saw that listed too.
Yeah. I picked up most of these off of that deal. I saw these guys about a week ago. You guys familiar with Slift?
Nah.
Been around, a French band, been around a few years now. It was really good. I did a whole video on this. It's a live footage from the concert.
Are they
But
doomy band?
psych kind of stoner stuff.
I'll be right
Someone
back.
showed that, but it might have been you.
I did. I showed it last night and probably whatever other stream I've been on lately because that's what I've had. And I just did a video on it.
Yeah, no, someone showed it a few weeks ago too. That's
Did
the
they?
only reason
Oh.
I heard it. It's because someone put me onto it.
Oh, okay, cool. And then this is like the most recent thing I got into is the Brown Acid 15th trip.
I know.
Damn, do you have all 15 now?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I'm all, yeah.
I only made it to 5, I think.
I did that. I got the 10 pack, whatever that first 10, and then I've been getting them. Yeah, well, it's like, now I got to keep going. I'm still waiting for Scrap Metal 2.
Yeah, I'm just getting ready to ask you that. Have you heard any more?
I haven't seen anything on it.
Man.
And then what I literally just finished playing was this here. It's a local radio station, comp kind of thing. This was live from Chicago, but it's just local bands. This is, God, when was this? This was in 1981. A lot of bands you've never heard of, but it's just, local stuff.
Cool.
But, yeah. So that's on the turntable now. I was digging out some of those.
Aaron, what was you saying about the scrap metal?
Oh, it's taken so long for them to even announce the second one. I wondered if the first one didn't do that well or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm starting to wonder.
Like
It
if they had
seemed
higher expectations for it, I'd have bust out a Yoo-hoo, by the way.
Oh yeah, Yoo-hoo.
It seemed like a lot of people jumped on that first one, though. I mean, I saw a lot of people, metal
Yeah,
guys,
I
showing
got
it
it.
anyways.
Yeah, but we're also looking at the kind of people who would be buying that, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm right there with you, but you know, I wonder. It seemed to go on sale kind of quickly too.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Hmm.
That doesn't sound good. I thought they had Vance. Didn't you say you talked to one of these dudes and they pretty much had enough for the second one already?
No, that was the job center guys.
Oh, okay, okay.
But they haven't put out one too. But they said they were going to get ready to do another volume. But I haven't seen it.
I
I
thought they
haven't
had.
really checked either. But
I thought I saw something. They had some weird. It wasn't so much new wave British heavy metal or something strange.
maybe something
coming
different.
out. Yeah, yeah. Anything else?
no, that's kind of it. You know.
I got two things, and both these came from Brother George. You all right there, George?
Hold on. All right.
Are we getting breaking news?
Maybe. Hopefully, it's at Scrap Metal Volume 2.
Getting instructions from the mothership.
All right.
Yeah.
George, if there's a
Hey.
giant gorilla in the room, let me know.
No, we think we heard a gunshot
Oh,
behind the house here.
I'm sure it wasn't coming from me, and you just heard it on the.
No.
Mibber, what's up, man?
All right.
you all right?
Yeah, we're fine. I don't know. I didn't hear it. Everybody else just heard it.
All
So
right.
What are we talking about?
What's that?
What are we talking about?
All right, I'm back. Here we go. That was weird. I wish I heard it because my wife heard it. She heard it, and she knows exactly what a gun sounds like, and she said that's exactly what it was. So we
Celebrating the Phillies.
not around here. But I never ever hear gunshots around here.
Oh shit! All right, like I said, I got two new things in, and both of them came from George. First one is the new helicopters.
And
I haven't got through it all the way yet, dude. I've only listened to about half of it.
what'd you think of the first half?
It's okay.
Yeah, really? I thought you would love it, man. That's my favorite album this year so far.
I've only listened to it in the car so far,
Mhm.
and it was a little muddy in the car, so I want to hear it on the stereo. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, analog, baby. That's why.
Yeah. Well, okay.
That's what the vinyl said. It was recorded on tape.
Well, it almost because their stuff isn't muddy. You know what I mean? All their other stuff, but this I heard was muddy, and it's like, are you trying to be analog and muddy or something?
I didn't. I wonder.
But I haven't. Like I said, it was only in the car.
Yeah,
and,
that's true.
You know, I want to hear it on the stereo, and I definitely appreciate it. I'm going to listen to it all. I'm not bitching in any way.
No, I
Yeah.
know.
That's cool.
I like. What's your favorite era? I think we talked about this before. Your favorite era of the helicopters?
The Toys and was it Toys and Flavor? What album is that off of?
Is it the Dragon albums or is it later?
Like later with what's that dude's name?
Okay.
Sticks or whatever.
Yeah, no. See, I like Paying the Dues is my favorite helicopter.
Really?
Right? Yeah,
I
love
like
that
the other
record.
dude. They got more Detroit sounding and
Yeah. Well, I thought that this album, that the new album's kind of a mix between the newer sound and with some of, obviously because Dragon's back, but
yeah.
I kind of like the Vietnam helicopters.
what?
Thanks, dude.
What?
Totally. I don't know what that is about.
I'm lost.
Sorry.
Bada boo.
Sorry.
Definitely loving this. I've spun this 2 or 3 times now, dude.
Yeah, it sounds pretty good, doesn't it?
Yeah, and I'm not real familiar with this album. I've had it on CD, and I probably listened to it.
Yeah, it sounds good on vinyl, man. I was surprised.
Yeah,
It actually sounds like they mastered it for vinyl.
really happy with that. So,
It's
yeah,
out of
like I said, that's the only new stuff I got. I've spun a couple things. I was listening to a Dio
the hell is
12-inch.
Oh, nice.
Hungry
Yeah.
for Heaven, and it's got
Oh, heaven.
it's got 2 live tracks on it. Like The Beat of a Heart. Oh, it's only got 1. I thought it has 2. King of Rock and Roll is also on here. But I love these old 12 inches. I've talked about them before. And I don't hardly see anybody show these old 12 inches from the 80s. And there's a shit ton of them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I love them.
I would think.
I would think
much. A lot of these things would kind of be pricey, but nobody ever talks about them really.
It all depends. It all depends. You know, it's like anything else. I think it all depends what the what the other tracks are. I mean, there's been some that I've gotten in the store, even 80s bands like White Snake. Like Still the Night 12-inch. You would think it'd be like, yeah, I bet you this is like 15 to 20. Nah, $8 or something.
Right.
Hey, Teddy, Tommy.
But then you get ones.
Vision Quest is Hungry from Heaven.
You get what do you call? You get ones that have like unreleased tracks. Well, back 10 years ago, before all the box sets started coming out. But you get, all those ones with the unreleased tracks would go for a lot more money. But
a lot of them come with like posters or there was an Anthrax with a patch. It was just kind of cool stuff. And for the last 15 years, probably, when I was out digging, it's like that stuff just didn't pop up anymore. You would see the regular albums more than the 12-inch stuff. It just kind of surprised me. And I'm not trying to put that out there to like, hey, everybody go start grabbing these so they go through the fucking roof. I'm just saying, I think they're fucking cool. I used to pick them up any chance I got, man.
They sound better. A lot of the times they sounded better too.
And even though it's only a couple, 3, 4 tracks, they always sound fucking phenomenal, man.
Yeah.
You got one song on a 12-inch, you know what I mean? You got plenty of room for the grooves.
Yep.
Another 12-inch Spider.
Oh, I got that about a year ago.
I remember Aaron was showing this or showing the full length, and I was like, man, I'm pretty sure I got that. And I cannot find the full length. So evidently I don't have it, but I have 2 12-inches by him.
That probably scratched the itch, though. I mean,
it was quite enough. What I mean? It was cool, but it was like, wow, this is just like boogie rock.
It's something that's gotten passed around, though, because I got it from Eric Bauer, who just joined in the chat, and he got it from John Bip Bop Boom.
Oh, okay.
It's circulating. Someone's going to watch you. Someone else on here is going to get all into Spider now and go on a kick.
Last one I got is Ostrogoth Too Hot.
How is that record? Is that record good?
I liked it.
Would I like it?
I think you might, because it doesn't sound like the cover. The cover's god awful.
Yeah.
It's just
I've heard it's not as hard as the first couple, but I'm really curious, partially because the cover is so shitty. That just kind of fascinates me.
It might be a little lighter than the earlier stuff, but it's still full on metal to me. I mean, I mean, if I saw this not knowing who they were, I would think this is almost on the verge of not necessarily hair, but more commercially or something. I don't know, but it's not that way at all to me. So,
it definitely looks like that. That's kind of the reputation I thought it had too. So,
yeah,
it's a weird cover.
Yeah,
I'm really curious to check out because I'm kind of fascinated by it. But on the other hand, I think the first EP is a lot better than the first full length.
Yeah,
I've kind of come around on Ecstasy and Danger, but Full Moon's Eyes I think is great. And like, if they can't write enough material to fill an album, then okay,
right.
I should probably check that out one of these days.
Imagine going into the meeting going, all right, guys, album's recorded. Here's the album cover. This is what we're going to put out. And just be like, what? You're doing what? I thought we were a metal band.
I could tell you some stories.
That's all.
Hey, Charlie.
Yeah, I'm still here. Just one second.
Yeah, I've seen Jared James Nichols open up, I think, twice for a couple bands I've seen. I mean, I'm not familiar with this stuff, but I've seen it. I've seen him live.
Who is that? Jared James Nichols.
Yeah, Charlie said in the chat there. Check out Hardwire. What's up, Eric Bauer? But
yeah, I have no idea who that is actually.
Yeah, I've seen him open up a couple shows. I want to say he opened up for Saxon one night, or then I think he opened up for UFO. Like one of the last shows I saw in 2020.
Was he in another band or something, or?
I don't know. I just remember the name, and I had to kind of jog my memory there.
I mean, these are big bands you're throwing out that he opened up.
Yeah, so I don't.
All right, let's roll into the Halloween shit. So,
Got my
It's
Pearl
pretty-
Jam Halloween shirt on. How was that count?
Like I said, it's pretty broad. We're looking at just Halloween theme, man. Makeup, horror covers, costumes, whatever just makes you think Halloween.
Well,
And
So
metal.
that-
Go
where do
for
you
it.
think it,
Come up
I
with
didn't even
here.
pull this out. Jesus.
where do you think it all started?
What's that, Aaron? Go ahead.
This is the best one I came up with here because you figure Halloween is kind of for kids, and this looks like it was drawn by a little kid.
That's-
Devil's on. So there you go. That's the Halloween spirit. Look at that. Who drew that shit, man? It's so good. Sheer
Does
quality.
that guy have a top hat on the back?
No.
Oh.
No, his hair's just like that.
He looks like,
No, his hair is just like that.
that guy looks like he's wearing a top hat.
So
And
yeah,
of
masterpiece.
course, metal is the best genre to do this with.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Well, who do you think started it all?
Cooper, maybe? I don't know.
Oh
What,
no,
Halloween?
that goes farther back. You go back to like Screaming Jay Hawkins or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Or even Little Richard or Elvis. They used to wear the pancake makeup.
Yeah, it's always been there.
You
Well,
got
I
anything
mean-
else, Aaron?
Oh, if we're going, yeah, I can keep
Or
going.
do you,
but,
you guys want to go around, or you want to show a few? Or
Yeah,
how you want to go?
whatever.
yeah, I'm sorry. I thought we were going around. I kind of assumed I shouldn't have done that.
Go ahead, George.
Well, I mean, obviously you have Alice Cooper. And then when you get but then you have those weird psych bands that wore a lot of makeup. You know what I mean? Like a lot of glitter, not glitter, but you see it in their faces on the album covers. And
But does that stuff make you think Halloween?
no, I'm just saying the origin of wearing that kind of makeup in a band. Where do you think it started? Obviously you have Alice Cooper and Kiss, but before that, there were certain Screaming Jay Hawkins wore makeup.
Yeah.
Is there anybody else you can think of? I was trying to think today, other than the pancake makeup, so nobody had blemishes back then. Nobody really did that kind of shit. But then there was that one band, and I don't have the album, but it had the female singer, they called Witch or something like that.
Coven?
And Coven, yes.
Hmm.
Wasn't they wore the
No. She
Okay.
wore it. Well, I recently saw him a year ago, and she had a mask on, but she wasn't really wearing.
no, but
Any
on
kind
that
of,
first
satanic.
on their first album though, I thought I could have sworn
There was
somebody
an
had-
altar scene where they had the naked
Like
chick.
that,
in there.
yeah. I mean, she's
Yeah.
just.
Well, I guess not. All right. I
Yeah.
thought
And
she had
this is a reissue, but
That album is that to me is like Hammer horror.
Mm-hmm.
You got to
Yeah.
make
Yeah.
so.
I thought I don't know why I thought she had makeup on that cover, black
there's a
makeup.
devil on this one.
Whoa.
Yeah, they were always on the dark side.
Yeah.
But never mind. I guess she didn't have makeup on.
So what you got, George?
Well, I mean, I like the Alice Cooper. I just wanted to show this too, but Alice Cooper was definitely one of my picks as the originator of that black makeup around the eyes. But that's the new Live
Yeah, I've
from the
seen it.
AstroTurf.
Yeah, I had Cooper too.
I've seen that floating around.
You could show this one's limited to 4,000 copies. It's numbered. But this
That's
is
like what?
killer.
That's like the old band back together lately.
Yeah, and this is cool too because this comes with the documentary of the whole event on DVD
Oh, that's cool.
inside. So it's kind of worth picking up. I thought.
Yeah, I mean, I had Cooper too. I did.
Well,
just
sure,
did
yeah.
Constructor.
There you go.
There you go. That's total 80s looking horror, man.
Yeah, I mean, that's the one I can remember to see the eye makeup really good.
I mean, that's.
I don't have that
Al-
other one where his face is right on it.
Alice reminds me more of Halloween than Kiss ever did. I think because I saw him and Vincent Price when I was a kid before I had seen Kiss on mainstream TV.
Yeah. Manimals, I never even thought about that one. That's the
No,
black cover, right? With the
Oh shit! Yes.
real bright
Yes.
green and all that.
Yep. I got
Yeah,
that
that was
record.
when I pulled it. I was
Did
gonna
you?
pull, No, I didn't. I thought of it, but I was like, I don't really feel like talking about the Manimals. I don't really like the record very much.
What did they
No.
sound like? It always hit me like they wanted to be a Misfitsy kind of band or something.
Yeah, kind of. They were like a little more metal than the Misfits, but not like as metal as like you want to hear on a metal record. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? They just kind of didn't have the sound. You know, and the songs weren't all that great. It's like I really want to like them because there's just so much about them that to love. You know.
Yeah.
And a couple of the songs are really good, but I just don't think it's all that great. It's only a 6-song record too, so it's like, you know.
What was the Japanese Misfits kind of rip-off band? Fuck, I can't think of their name now. But they fit in that too. They were total.
I did pull the Misfits.
Shit, I don't know.
Japanese one.
Yeah, I got it around here somewhere on CD.
Yeah, the Misfits. I pulled the Misfits too. Yeah,
Right on.
they got
Nice.
Evil
you
Eye,
lied.
but Jerry only did more makeup than the other guys. Well, so does what's his name? Frankenstein Doyle. Doyle, is it?
Yeah, Doyle von Franken.
Yeah.
Anybody pull a Sam Hain?
Jerry only
No, I
has
could have pulled that too. Yeah.
Jerry only has a record coming out this week. He has his first solo album coming out this week on Glow in the Dark vinyl.
Really?
Yeah,
Man,
I
I've
ordered-
heard. Go ahead.
I ordered one for me. I want to hear it. So
I don't have any, but I've heard Glow in the Dark vinyl is just fucking atrocious. I heard
Probably.
it sounds like crap. Just because of the stuff they have to put into it to get it to glow.
yeah, I would imagine it probably doesn't sound as good as a black pressing, but
All right, first one I
Death-
pulled.
Death
Death
SS,
SS.
yeah.
Yeah.
I should have thought of Death SS. I didn't.
I kind
What's
of
up, Thumpfinger?
I thought you would pull this, Aaron.
I was just going.
That's funny.
Dude,
What's that?
That's a good one. I mean, it's a good one to pull. It's not a good record.
No,
It's
this is a total turd. But
oh my God! Do you have the other album,
which one? The
the
Killer
one that's a
Fox,
different band.
the Black album?
I think it's the same record actually.
Oh, it is.
yeah,
That's
the
the
one,
one that I have. Yeah, like for some reason they licensed that shit. Isn't yours like a Metal Enterprises or something?
yeah. This is Metal Enterprise. Then this come out a year before on that other label.
Yeah, like
Oh my
Landslide or
God.
something. I found that in a dollar bin in LA, actually.
Really?
Hollywood.
Dude,
And
I wanted to love that record so much when I
Well, I got
saw them.
really bad, dude.
Yeah,
it's
It's the same deal. I
terrible.
wanted to love it. I mean, because they look so good.
Yeah,
I didn't know anything about it when I came across it. Digging and found it cheap. I was like, holy God, this has got to be killer. And I went home, threw it on the turntable. It's like, how can this look so cool and sound so goddamn bad? It's like
Yeah.
really, really bad.
it's.
I got
bad.
reading. I didn't know anything about them. I got reading that this came out first. It originally came out in '85. This came out in '86. Same album.
And then there was another record like Orgasm of Death or something like that was actually a completely different band.
Right, because these two guys, which I don't know if they were brothers or what, but they got killed in '87 in a car crash.
Oh,
Really?
Shit.
Yeah, so kind of done. You know what I mean? And then I guess somebody, and actually it should be FOX.
Yeah, mine is, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and this label fucked it up and left an X off and everything. It's just like a totally crazy story about these dudes, man.
I know
But
the
yeah,
album sucks so bad. I'll never get rid of it,
Yeah, that's kind of what I do. And it looks so cool, man. I mean, look at them on the back. It's like,
dude. I was right before you went into this current segment from you showing that. I was gonna ask. All right, before we go any further, is anybody going to show Killer Fox? That was your next fucking record. It's so weird.
Teddy Tommy's asking, I have both Killer Fox records, but aren't they a fake band? I don't know if they were to begin with, right? They were on the second album, the one from the 90s, 90
I
or
never-
whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. It sounds like a fake band when you listen to the album.
Yeah, it's bad. I mean, it just as well be a fake band.
That's
So.
what I mean. It's terrible.
We got
Yeah.
there, Vance.
Well, this guy's kind of a clown, but I got Ronald McDonald Visits America. No? Anybody? All right, fine.
That's not too scary.
No, that's
All right, how about this? How about the Plasmatics? All right, look at that.
Yeah, what's his name in the tutu? That's
Yeah, right. Got Wendy. Well, Wendy's a chick, but still,
that's
they dressed up, kind of had a style,
That's perfect Halloween costumes.
Yeah,
Short black electrical tape over nippies.
There you go. I mean, how can you not like that? And then you had the bassist with the white mohawk and all that stuff.
Killer.
Actually, that's a good pick. That's good. Like,
That is a good.
I was trying to think of different shit.
I could see somebody dressing up as the
You
bass
know, like
player.
this though. I mean, this is freaking scary. What's wrong with you guys?
It all depends on if you have a clown thing or not.
It's a clown thing.
We got Aaron. Anything?
Oh, well, we're just going around out here. So
Yeah.
let's see what else we got here.
I thought about pile driver, but I didn't pull any.
Well, I thought of this one right here. Then we'll get a little more obscure after this one. This is still kind of like the well-known stuff. So I played this one recently, and I figured this is Halloween because we'll cut you the fuck open.
That's a good cover, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's classic. You know, it really evokes that.
Hell yeah. Now, let me ask you, all you guys, when you were thinking about this, did any bands come to mind? Like, yeah, I can pull them. And then you go looking and you're like, fuck, they didn't wear makeup. I could have swore,
No.
like the first Cloven Hoof album.
Mhm.
I could have swore they had makeup on.
Oh, I would have thought so too.
I pulled it out. Nope, no makeup. I could have
That's what
swore.
That chick on the Coven record.
Yeah.
Same thing. I thought she had black makeup around her eyes, but
And there's that band Paganini.
oh, I remember them. On
Yeah,
Trap.
I could have swore they wore makeup, but they didn't. It's like, damn, man, what am I
Did
thinking?
anyone pull any Crimson Glory?
Nope.
Oh, I could have.
I thought about it with the mask.
I just thought of it now.
I mean, I have it right here. But
Did you pull it?
I didn't pull it, no, but it's like in my playlist somewhere.
Yeah, you don't need to pull it.
No, I'm not. It's just right there.
How about Overkill? When they first started, they did the black metal look, power black demo.
You know, I was looking at that, and then I thought again: did they have that look for Taking Back or whatever?
Taking
I
over. I don't
Taking
think
Over,
so.
rather.
They might have toned it down a bit for Field of Fire, but yeah, they kind of had the same. I think the same outfits, but I think they did away with the face makeup.
Well, they kind of started like Slayer, right? Just kind of
Right, yeah, kind of just like Motley had. Remember Nicky used to wear the black stripes under his eyes. That was kind of like Overkill's thing, from what I remember.
I almost pulled Shout at the Devil, but I didn't.
I did.
That's a great one.
That's a good holiday.
Yeah, I did, because I told you I'm pretty pedestrian. That's why.
I mean that's a good pick. I just didn't pull it.
Yeah.
See, I thought they wore makeup.
Yeah.
So now I don't have to show that.
That still has one of the best gatefolds ever in history.
Oh yeah, I guess I need to pull that up. But yeah, absolutely.
Did you ever see the one without the pentagram on it?
Yeah, the CD copy of it. Is it on
no,
vinyl
on
too?
vinyl. Yeah, it's just black.
I know I have not.
No, I've never seen that either.
Hold on.
Was that like a record club thing or something?
I
Probably.
It might have been.
I bet you it is.
Let me
Bet
see
you
if
it's
I
a
can.
Columbia or something.
Yeah, I've never even heard of that.
All right, while George is grabbing one, I'll go. I guess plenty of makeup on this one. On his teeth and everything.
Oh yeah, see? Shit, Lizzie Borden.
Look at that, man. That's got to suck to get all that off. It's in his hair, his mouth, everything.
Now I'm thinking even Wasp.
You know what? I thought Wasp too, and it was like,
there wasn't a lot, but he did. I mean, kind of had the
a little bit
bones kind of thing going.
But even with these dudes, man, there wasn't. This is the biggest thing cover wise, makeup.
I must have moved him. I'll have to find it for next time.
I got that one where it's like his face is right in there. So
Shoot that one, George.
Yeah, that's a great one.
Look at him. What
Guy's
is that?
Psychopath.
But look at his teeth, dude. It's in everything.
Tinfoil.
It's in his eye.
That's that's crazy. He went a little overboard with that.
What do you got next, George? We skipped over you while you were looking.
I said the Overkill. I didn't have it to show, but
Okay.
Overkill, the Power in Black is what drew me to the. I remember seeing pictures like flyers of those guys way back then.
We got Vance. He's still doing shit.
No. Well, I was looking for that Lizzie Borden that had his like face like screaming right there, and it's like, is it a live album or something USA or something? Ghost.
Yeah.
Ghost,
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yep.
You know, very Halloween. And then I don't know if there's. I didn't. It's just still a shrink. I don't know if there's a picture in the center of them, but obviously the Papa Whatever has the face paint, and then the other guys, all the band has that silver masks on. So
I don't follow. I have that album. I really dig that album, but I don't really
Yeah.
follow. Have they had a new lead singer, or is it the same dude just renamed?
I'm not that into him. It's the same dude. I think he just changes his name because I do have this one too. It's the only 2 albums I have of him.
Mhm.
I think he changes. I'm not really into the whole
Okay, I was just wondering.
lore of it, but I think he changes his name. I thought it was the same guy. But
Anybody in the chat know, please?
yeah, I mean, I'm not a hardcore Ghost, but I do like him. And
Trick or Treat soundtrack's a good.
I love that sound.
oh yeah, don't have that.
That's the dude. I used to worship that movie, and then I watched it after about 20 years of not watching it, and I was like, "Holy shit, this movie's a turd."
You don't
So
have
bad.
the first Pile Driver
I don't have any Pile Driver, man.
for a reason, or just
No, I never have. I mean, I don't know. I could have concocted a reason at some point, but no,
the second one's okay. That first one's fucking classic, dude.
Yeah.
I love that album.
Hmm.
Yeah, that surprised me. I figured
Me
you at least have the first one.
no.
What do you got up next?
All right, well, shit. So here's
Shit.
another one I played. I don't really know if it has anything to do with Halloween. The fucking cover looks funny. So this is from Hungary.
That's weird.
I have no idea how to pronounce that.
Rotor.
Well, Rotor, but the name of the album.
That's a
That's
Minden Langot.
Yep, you got
George said, "Yep, you got it." Asshole.
it. Whoa, Vance disappeared.
Hey, pull that up. Pull Aaron up there. That's cool.
It's so cheap too, isn't it?
Yeah, that's killer though, man.
It's awesome. It's really a great record. I mean, it's not really incredible, but it's a lot of fun, man. And just that it exists. I mean, this is a fun record to pull out. I never pull this out and go, that's not what I feel like hearing it.
Mibber.
That's not quite true, but yeah.
And you can't get nothing past Mibber, man.
You're
Really
a quick
can't.
one.
It is as sharp as a tack.
We got George.
Let's see. I kind of misplaced my pile here. I thought I had it here. I know I had Overkill, and then the next thing was shit. Go ahead, you go.
All right. You guys all know me. I am not a black metal, death metal fan. But when this came out, I liked the cover so much, I checked it out, and I ended up kind of halfway liking it. But the dude from Immortal, Bath.
Yeah.
Is that a freaking awesome cover or what?
Yeah. That's like one that came to mind, which I knew I didn't have, but I was like, what's that black metal band?
I ended up kind of digging this because, I don't know, it's just kind of weird. It's not really, like, I've heard Immortal. It doesn't sound, I didn't think it sounded anything like that.
What's the back look like?
I've
seen that. Okay.
It's got a gate, but I don't know.
It's like art house black metal.
Is that what it is? I mean, I don't know what it is. I just ended up kind of digging it. Have you heard it?
No, actually, so by the time that came out, I was really kind of sick of black metal. And that just looks so like well done. That was kind of outside of what I was into anyway.
Well, maybe that's a Bath is a clown.
Like
hey man, don't be talking about him like that. He's my favorite.
A clown? Clown? No?
Yeah, I like that one better. I'd rather listen to the Mickey Mouse or the Ronald McDonald.
Ronald McDonald, 50 states. Clown taking across it.
Ron McDonald.
That'll scare the hell out of you.
Damn, I'm bummed. I misplaced all my shit. All right. Well, we can just talk. Fuck. I don't know.
You want to go pull my Overkill records?
No, I have the Power and Black demo with the picture of them looking all fucking blacked out, with their eyes all. They look pretty cool, but
on vinyl?
No, on cassette. Freddy Krueger on the cover. Do you have that album with Freddy Krueger on the cover?
Would that be Nightmare on Elm Street soundtrack?
or
Yeah,
the Dock and
We're
Drink.
the Tree Warriors.
Well, I was just gonna say the song, but I'm glad that you sung it for us. That was all. That was
And we
awesome.
provide entertainment.
Oh,
I
Coors.
nailed that too.
You mean Crocus?
That's what I was getting ready to say.
I've never heard them. Courses.
Well, you got Vance.
Well, there's a lot of makeup on this one. You can see it here. A lot of makeup on this snake.
I like
and,
that.
A lot, and you can see how the paint really is nice on this one.
Let's
Yeah.
see. The only
A
reason
lot
you're
of
doing
makeup.
that,
A lot of makeup.
Well, you know
you're
what
trying
it
to
is.
fire Mibber up.
Vance.
How
what
about
it
this
is-
though?
Yeah, see, Vance, the snake on the other one has a mask on.
Oh, okay, there you go. It is a
That's
mask.
why, because snakes don't look like that.
You're right. They don't
Normally,
look like that.
normally no. So he's
Oh,
got a
he's
mask on.
horns.
He's got a mask on for
So
Halloween.
there's that. But how about this? This? Oh, he's kind of
That's a great
misleading cover, but always
I
kind of
love that album cover.
Yeah,
I loved it too. That's
I think
about
it's a great cover. The record's like a
yeah
fraction.
it's not. It doesn't represent what the cover is. So
There's
there's
that-
that.
for an AOR record.
Course. This is equals 80s Brazilian thrash band.
Never heard.
Huh.
of him.
Well,
That's
I'm
okay.
sure that Aaron will be all over that.
I might. I don't think I have any Courses. I might, but I don't think so. I can't picture it. But that other band, that other guy mentioned, that Russian band Kruger, they're great.
I haven't heard of them either.
You haven't been watching my fucking videos, you son of a bitch.
Or maybe I did and just don't remember. You said,
Yeah, no, I've shown it like twice, and it's a weirdo record by some fucking Russian band. I don't blame you.
I'd have to see the cover again.
I liked Gorky Park.
No, you didn't.
I know.
Yeah,
That was the only Russian band I could think of. Sorry, Russia.
You got another one there?
These are the Halloween albums. I just pulled them, but
That's
there's not really anything scary on it.
no,
It
but
just says Halloween. That's all.
yep, that's good. Hold on.
All right, so
It's that pumpkin band.
Yeah, it's called Pumpkin Band.
There's two classic records.
I want out.
Wow.
Nailed it.
Nailed it.
I nailed it, man.
Nobody liked Gorky Park. Didn't they have?
I've never heard of anyone liking Gorky Park. Like, seriously.
If I'm not mistaken, did they have a single with Bon Jovi or John Bon Jovi maybe or something?
I thought they did something with Scorpions or something.
Ah,
The
okay.
Scorpions did a song. They mentioned Gorky Park.
Okay.
They did they were on that Moscow Peace album. That's
Yeah,
where
I
they,
thought I could have.
that's where they broke out here. Anybody knew them here because they were on that. But other than that, nobody knew about Gorky.
The
Well, I
only
thought they
reason
did a
anybody-
video. Wasn't there a video with them and John Bon Jovi was in it?
Maybe
Gorky
they came
Park?
on stage with them during that.
No, it was
concert
like
in
a-
Russia.
No, it was a
That's a good pick.
MTV video.
I don't know. I wasn't into him. I was like, hey.
I could have swore I remember him either having something to do with that band putting an album out here, and then he was on a single or something like that. But
Maybe. The only reason anybody knows those guys is because they were from Russia. That was it.
And they were on that Russian Peace Fest
Yeah,
or whatever.
they were-
Yeah,
That's the only reason I knew them.
Push, you know?
What's that?
And they got that marketing push. Like,
Yeah.
there were like people with money in this country who like wanted them to get a push, you know?
Right.
So they did, but I don't think anyone actually. It's like Autograph too. It seemed like another one of those where like there were people with money who wanted them to do well, but nobody actually liked them.
yeah,
That
which was a
dude-
bummer because they had some pretty cool stuff.
That singer for that band is like a huge jingle writer now, I think.
Yes,
Well,
he's
yeah,
a
like
fucking
a lot of money in jingles.
multi-millionaire.
Yeah, like commercials and all that shit, like crazy.
He made so much money. He makes so much money now that they did an autograph reunion last year with a new record and everything, and he said, "Nah, no thanks." They got a new
Really?
singer. Yeah, they got a new singer.
Wow.
If I'm not mistaken, it's on that Italian label
Yeah,
that
that's
everybody's on.
Frontiers or whatever.
Yes,
Think of
that's it.
Ozzy's.
Which one?
Frontier.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
that all
Kinda
AOR,
like-
hair metal kind of stuff.
CMC was back in the '90s here.
Well, I think Journey was even on Frontier for a while, right?
Yeah,
They might have
Yeah.
been, yeah.
I think they are now.
Yeah.
actually.
What do you got, Aaron?
All right. So this record has a really bad reputation, but I decided to give it a chance anyway. and it's a weird fucking record. I don't necessarily know what to make of it yet. It would appear to be Jesus metal, but like there aren't actually any song titles on it or anything. But you do have these fucking guys dressed up like that.
Does it sound like the cover?
Jesus.
Does it sound like
they
the cover?
dress like that on stage and shit?
It's sort of metal, but then they're like funky bass parts and shit. Then they have this singer with this really weird voice, and it's like almost this weird epic. And it's like they're kind of doing too many things at once, but they're so committed to it that you kind of gotta respect them, you know. Like
where are they
they're
from?
Russian.
Huh?
They're Russian.
Okay.
And I like the fact that here, blow this up for a second, Wood. I like the fact that the album is called Knights of Cross, but the song is called Night of Cross.
Nice.
And they're on Death City Records, actually, who did some really good stuff. If you like Russian bands like Master and I'm just making up bullshit. No, I'm actually not. Those are real bands, but I don't think anyone cares about anything on Death City Records except me.
Yeah.
Jesus band's on Death City.
What year is that?
Halloween. It's like 93 or 94, this thing. It's kind of like, it's Russian, you know.
It's crazy
behind.
how many Russian metal bands were actually rolling. I mean, at the time, I didn't think they would even have that other than Gorky Park. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but then the walls came down.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, they really embraced death metal with gusto too. In fact, this other one I pulled this one out too because the cover's funny. But this is kind of like more like death metal, and they just fucking nail it, man. There are a whole bunch of Russian death metal bands. So almost too many because I kind of like the more, you know, I kind of like a little hook or a couple hooks in my.
Are most of them in Russian or are they in English? Or can you tell?
It depends. I really don't pay that much attention. It's not uncommon for there to be both on one record, though. Like there'll be like one or two songs in English, and the rest will be in Russian, or the other.
A lot of
Japanese,
like
that.
do that.
Yeah.
So Scotty said Greeno or I has some Electric Frankenstein. Of course we do.
I have a little. George has a lot.
They're kind of local boys, right over the bridge in Jersey. So
You got anything else, George?
no, I can't find the thing, so I might as well just show the couple new records I picked up. Here's that Skid Row on vinyl.
That's cool.
I got the real limited one. It's really nice packaging. I know you can't see it on here, but the Skid Row logo is kind of like a different. It's kind of like a.
Is it embossed or something? Or
No, like a red foil
okay.
almost. I don't know. I can't really. But dude, like I said, I was surprised how good this record is. This is the limited splatter LP, black, white, and red. But pretty killer.
Right on. My next one's kind of a twofer. So of course.
Oh yeah. I forgot about them. Shit.
Japanese came to America, hooked up with Gene Simmons.
Yeah, after this album, right? Or is it
This album here, he's right here.
Gene did this one? Okay.
Yeah, it's the
Did
debut.
he do their second one as well?
I think, but I can't remember off the top of my
Because I
head.
remember that second one sucked.
Yeah, I like this one. The second
Yeah, that one was good.
Now, before they came to America, they were flatbacker.
Wow, you got flatbacker on vinyl, huh?
I got both of them.
Yeah, I have those on disc. I actually like them better than Easy O.
Yeah, they're a little more. I don't know. Easy O had this weird kind of groove, slow thing. It was all right, but they're more fast paced on these, I guess.
Yeah.
But I remember when this came out, man. I totally dug what was the Flashback, Heart Attack, and
Yep.
House of a Thousand Pleasures. It was just so weird, man.
Now, was that the same year as, or the year after Crazy Nights came out from Loudness? Probably.
This
after.
is 87, man. This is like a few years after. When
Loudness,
was Crazy Nights? 84?
85.
83. Yeah, because I saw them opened
Was
for
it really that early? 83, huh?
what was the Theater of Pain? What year did that come out?
85.
85. Okay. Well, I think so. I would say 84 because I saw him open for
Wow.
Motley Crue.
All right, so that wasn't that far ahead of that.
Yeah. I'll throw one more in because it's a Japanese special.
No, I've never seen that.
Two.
What is that?
That's a pretty awesome cover.
Check these guys out.
Yeah.
They definitely
Oh
like
yeah,
Kiss.
Dude,
That's killer.
Dude, that's looks like. I'm surprised Gene didn't go after them.
Yeah. I'm not
How
sure
about-
how many albums they had. I got 2 by them, but I don't know if they had more than that or not. I think they were relatively pretty big, and I think they got back together not long ago. Maybe put out some more. Still in the makeup and all that.
Didn't Randy Newman have an album in the 70s that he had Kiss makeup on it, kind of?
Ooh, I don't remember that.
I don't think so.
Hmm.
Randy Newman?
I think so.
Can't say I'm up on my Randy Newman.
We got to figure out how to we got to get somebody.
Short people. Short people, Randy Newman.
I'm telling you. Hold on.
Go ahead, Vance. While he's looking up.
All right. Well, I know the same vein with you. I did a little twofer as well. This is Rob Zombie. Definitely.
Yeah.
It does the makeup. He's on stage, the whole B movie horror kind of stuff. And then part 2 of that would be his guitarist John Five. John Five, he performs in makeup too. As a John Five.
I heard he's joining Motley Crue.
Yeah.
He is.
That's
it's like on
Yeah.
on the tour or whatever. Or
Yeah, Mick's
joining.
Mick's not doing so good.
Touring with him, I guess. I don't know if they need to put out another.
But yeah, I mean, I've seen him on his own and obviously with Zombie, but he's great. I really like his stuff. It's a lot of instrumental stuff, but he has a whole macabre. You got the B horror movies flashing in the back. He has those like Halloween decorations, those blow up things or whatever they flop around.
I have a friend.
It's really campy.
I have a friend who sees him whenever he comes around, just touring by himself.
It's a fun show.
In like little bars. And he's always like,
I saw him in Richie's.
Yeah, he's like, this guy's awesome, man. You should come. And I'm like, I don't know.
Just go. I mean, it's. I think you get into it. It's
I heard he's an awesome guitar player.
Oh, he kills. He kills. I think this is. Yeah, this is one of the signed copies I got. Yeah. So.
Somebody said, yeah, Randy did have makeup.
I thought so. Yep, here it is. I just found it. That's so weird, man.
Zombie John Five.
What was the album?
He's got money signs.
I remember that.
Yeah. I mean, that just hold on. I can't do 2 things at once, for Christ's sake.
I remember that album cover.
Oh yeah, some I do too. Now that I see it, I forgot about that thing.
Yeah, it's money signs. But it's like 1977, so it's like it's like where did he get the idea for that? Kiss. I always thought.
I'm guessing it was just the album cover too. I'm sure he didn't wear it live or anything like that.
Oh no, yeah, it was just for the album cover. But it was just weird to see it like when you're a kid, you're flipping through the Kiss section, you see that, you're like, what the fuck is this guy? Some guy that used to be in Kiss? Someone had to pull Hobbs or Paul Chain.
No Paul Chain. Hobbs would be the Australian, right?
Yeah, Hobbs, Angel of Death. It's a really good.
Yes. Record. Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
But I didn't pull it.
And here's the
I pulled it later.
The vinyl, Rad Wings, parental advisory. Radvisory. These guys are still having fun, and I'll tell you what. The reason why I got into this record, the first single was so almost AC/DC-ish, like Hard Drive, and it was killer. And they're kind of all different styles all over the record. But
I had no idea they were still even a thing.
Yeah, I think this is their first new album in quite a while.
You got another one, Aaron?
Yeah, sure. You know, some. Let me show one more Russian one, just because it looks so cool. This one's really kind of batshit too. I mean, this is almost like it's not quite death metal because it doesn't really follow the rules, but it sort of has like this basement sound, like it was recorded in a sewer or something. And it's kind of a scary cover. And how about that logo? Holostoy Bustriel.
How old is that?
This is like 93. Yeah.
Wow, that almost looks like new. The cover, front cover. You know what I mean? Like a more of a modern art kind of looking thing. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah,
it looks like an alien to me. Like the alien.
The cover looks very, very glossy.
It is pretty glossy.
Okay.
What have you done, dude? Have you hooked up with like some dude in Russia, or just you come across some guy that has a bunch of Russian stuff he's getting rid of?
Greece.
I just sort of browse and go based on the covers and shit. Sometimes I hear I'll go looking for a specific band that I'll hear about, but this is kind of a coincidence that I have some Russian ones here. But I do listen to it. It's like regular rotation.
But you're getting them from like different people, not just like one seller.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, I order a lot of stuff from overseas, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just ordered one from Lithuania the other day.
What's the shipping on that?
Lithuania is cheaper than a lot of places. I think it's like 15 for an LP from there. A lot of places it's like 20 or 22.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of the sucky part. But it's what you got to do to get the good shit, man.
Now, when you say good shit,
I mean, a lot of it kind of sucks. Like Mancave, this one definitely kind of sucks. I've been playing this record every day, so I can assure you that it does in fact suck. I mean, it's like kind of hard rocky, but then like they do this like weird, like Clueless, like almost like a synth tune or something like that, like some synthy or like emo-y shit too. And like the song titles are still like heavy, like Phantasm is like all just fucking keyboards and shit. But like the fact that it's so kind of like hapless is definitely part of the appeal. You know what I mean? I don't think that record would be better if the musicianship were better.
Is that 85? Is that Russian also?
No, that one's French.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Maléfice. But this was pretty early too. This is 84. So yeah. I mean I've got a couple more, but
a few more. Got
minor, like I said.
Ebony Rankelson.
Oh yeah, that's
I'm kind of jelly. I don't have that one.
Simi Zane? No, who's in that band?
I don't think anybody, right? Is there anybody?
I don't know who's in the band, but I know Chromie D is into the band.
Is it who's the singer?
Cole Zach Sargent.
Huh. Hold on, let me see. Kim Hooker. Kim Hooker, the bass player on that, is the Kim Hooker that was the singer for Tiger Tails.
No shit. I never knew that.
That's him. That's what.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
Wow.
I believe in the picture he's the guy over in the far right.
Did he die early on with Tiger Tails, or am I thinking of something else?
No, Pepsi Tate died, the bass player.
That's what I was thinking of.
I think he got mauled by a gorilla.
Walking around the street corner.
Made the wrong choice.
That's one band, Tiger Tails, that nobody really ever caught on to over here, but they had this like huge underground following back in the 80s. I don't know if you remember, but their second album with the first album with Kim Hooker had like Love Bomb Baby and
I like that bottom.
Tiger Tails is not a brutal band name. No, not at all.
Yeah, I've got to say, there's really never been a point in my life where I would have sought out a band with a name like Tiger Tails.
I thought that when I first saw the first record. I remember seeing that first record, and I'm like, it's cool.
With
looking.
that fucking like tiger on it with the middle finger.
No, it was like I think it had a band picture. It had the first singer that's
that blue.
Yeah, Stevie James. Yeah. And then they made such a big deal when Stevie James left and they got Kim Hooker. And I remember reading in Kerrang how awesome Kim Hooker was as a singer, but I had never heard him. Then I heard Love Bomb Baby, and for some reason I really liked that tune. I don't know why. So I was all into. I think the album was called Berserk. I love
Yeah.
that record. I still listen to that record every now and then.
Dude, I have Tiger Tails. I have some 12-inch singles.
Yep.
And
Peace
you
Cells
just,
and Peace Cells and Creeping Death, if I'm not mistaken.
you just went way further than I knew anything about that band, other than I got an album or two. I didn't know any of the people
Yeah,
in it.
the singles for the Berserk album, if you got the singles from that record, they do Peace Cells. They do a cover Peace Cells on one, and they do a cover Creeping Death on the other one. And then they did in the 90s, they had put the Tiger Tails band name to bed, and they were called Wazbones, Wazbones, or Bonez, maybe, I don't know. And they put an album out in Japan that was fucking amazing. It was the best, it was a straightforward, still heavy. And then the UK got a hold of it, and they slapped the Tiger Tails name on it and called the album. What did I say the band was? Wazbones. They called the album Wazbones. So that like kind of killed that record, I think.
Yeah, I've never heard any of that stuff.
I think you would like that one. I think you would like that a lot.
Well, the Tiger Tails I can hang with.
Yeah, it's a little heavier, but really cool.
Next one I got is more of just like a Halloween horror kind of thing. Slaughterhouse Space Reality.
Yeah.
I forgot about that record.
I remember that one.
It's just the goofiest cover, man.
That is weird. Get their heads cut off.
Boy, this is like 90 on Metal Blade, I think. 91. That's pretty late, actually.
Yeah.
Totally looks like an 80s goofball.
I forget what that record sounds like. It's been so long since I've heard it.
I haven't spun it for a long time.
Yeah.
Either. And I got a few things that are costume oriented. The Squadron album.
I really like that record.
I just fucking love this cover, man. Look at them.
Yeah.
They look great.
I don't know if
Absolutely.
I don't think I own that. I remember seeing it everywhere for a little while and it disappeared. Now, what is that like?
It's like hard rocky.
Yeah, it's not metal.
Yeah.
It's
More of a LA.
Like Renee would call it hard and heavy,
Mm.
I think
Hey, Corey.
I think the Barbecutioner showed this.
Yeah.
Like he's the only other person I think I've seen show it. And then I'll just share a couple here. I only got a couple left, so I'm gonna run through them.
Yeah.
Okay. Brutal.
What's wrong with that? That's
I figured that would throw everybody off.
That's a great record. Are you kidding me? I love
It's
that.
scary.
Look at the costumes. Total
Creatures.
Halloween costumes, man.
Yep. They were out of their minds doing LSD at that point.
And then
That's why I love that record.
The Maharishi.
Fucking trippy out there, man.
Just be honest, the most Halloween band with costumes and all that is, I mean, nobody can beat Core.
Yeah.
Or,
I didn't even think of them either, believe it or not.
I had their
I
had
look
their
at
album
it.
in my pile.
That's just ridiculous, man. And I'm not a big fan. I like the first few years.
I love that record that you're holding.
Yeah. And then the
Slaughter.
crazy, some of the videos they put out, I remember late 80s, early 90s watching some of those videos, and it was like priests shoving crucifixes in nuns' asses. And it's like, oh my God, man.
Yeah.
I'm not
crazy.
I'm not religious, and it's like, this is kind of offending me. I don't know. What to,
Yeah, right.
seriously.
Have you ever? That's a good thing. Have you ever been uncomfortable, shall we say, to seeing a video or a show or a band? Like you're like, what the fuck? I don't know if I like this.
Those Core videos made me uncomfortable. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, when I saw Mayhem, I was a little bit uncomfortable.
Really?
They had these fucking. It was in a really small club. This was in 1998, right? And it was the Covered Wagon in San Francisco. It was just a small place. It was the first time they played in the U.S. I'm pretty sure, but I was like, oh, I can't pass up the opportunity to see Mayhem. So the place was like maybe twice the size of my living room, and they weren't in the stage only like a foot high, but they had these microphone stands. They had these fucking like defleshed like cows' heads that they stuck on them, and you could like smell the formaldehyde and shit. Like I started going to the back because it was kind of like making me feel a little sick to my stomach. And like while they were playing, people like picked them up and were like throwing them around and shit. And I was like, I do not want to get hit with a fucking cow like this. You know, it's not like.
No.
Yeah. So yeah, I was like, okay, I'm going to the back now.
I remember years ago watching G.G. Allen videos with a friend, and we were always like,
they were.
Dude, if he comes, will we go? Will you go with me if he comes? I'm like, are you watching this? He just shit his hand and threw it at everybody. No, I'm not going. You know what I mean? It's like,
no, thank you.
Yeah.
I'll tell you one that disturbed me. It's not even. I mean, it's gross, but it wasn't. It's the only one I could really think of. It was like, all right, come on, dude. Dirty Looks. We were at a Dirty Looks show one time, and Henrik, when he sang, he always had like a mint or a hard candy or something in his mouth. It seemed like, at least this show he did. So I don't know if he was sick, maybe, but dude, he kept spitting like into the pit, you know, like in front of everybody.
Yeah.
And like halfway through the show, I'm like, all right, already, like spit over there, dude. Like that kind of like freaked. I was like, God damn, dude.
Teddy Tommy.
If we're just going based on looks, you know who is the scariest fucking person? Just the scariest looking person I ever saw on stage?
Who?
Fucking Bobby Liebling from Pentagram.
Yes.
That fucking guy looked like he was back from the fucking dead.
Yeah.
And it was really funny because when I saw them, I saw that, you know, that documentary that Last Days Here from? Last Days Here or something, and there's this whole like section where like, is he gonna like stay off the crack for long enough to play this big reunion show in San Francisco? Well, that's the show I was at Slim's, and I had no idea that like it was that bad behind the scenes. But man, I mean, it was a great show, and I had a great time. But I was like, yeah, I don't know if I'd really want to be within 10 feet of the guy because he looked just like he just looked like a fucking ghoul, you know.
Dude, I purposely
and he wasn't like wearing like he was wearing like his fucking hippie clothes, you know, like his fucking like blousey silk shirt and like bell bottom jeans and shit. Like not like dressed like a scary guy, but you were just like, whoa.
Yeah,
dude. There's a few YouTube pro shop video broadcasts from overseas of Pentagram from like last year, the year before. I'm waiting for Bobby to just keel over on stage. It's amazing.
How is he still going, man? I mean,
dude, he sounds good too. I can't believe it. I don't understand it. I don't get it.
Teddy Tommy said he saw G.G. Allen. That's insane, dude.
I remember someone telling me that when G.G. Allen had said that when he was gonna like he was gonna kill himself on stage and he was like gonna blow away in the audience.
Yeah.
Okay.
He made
that
it
never
onto,
happened.
He made it onto Geraldo for saying that.
Wow, really? Okay.
I think that was his whole shtick. He wanted to be on TV more than he was. I don't know.
The dude was
man.
He was. I know a guy that works with his brother, Gigi's brother. I think actually he put out Gigi's albums back in the '80s, and I would talk to this guy Steve about Merle, and he was like, "Dude, Gigi's every bit as nuts as you think he is." So
back
I was like,
okay. Back in the '90s, I was trading bootleg videos through the back of Goldmine. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I ran across a dude in New York sending my list, and he sends it back. And he did. I don't think he had his name in Goldmine, but when I come back, it was Merle Allen.
That's probably him. Yeah.
No fucking way. And I ended up, getting some stuff from him. And I asked him, I was like, "Are you the Merle Allen, Gigi's brother?" He's like, "Yeah, it's me, man." I was like, "All right, that's cool." It was.
Yeah,
he was a huge bootleg collector, like crazy. Yeah. Not just Gigi stuff. He just had all kind of crazy shit.
Yeah, he said for as weird and off the wall as Gigi was, Merle was completely opposite. Completely opposite.
Remember, he had the Hitler mustache and all that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It was gross.
Yeah. I'm just thinking about the videos now because.
Oh yeah, there was.
Well, when we were trading the bootlegs, a friend was doing it too, and he got a bunch of Gigi stuff. and I would watch a little. I was never into it too much, but he loved it. But he would be up there naked in like some shitty basement bar with like 10 people watching.
Yeah.
Naked, shoving a banana up his ass and everything else. It was like, what is this, dude?
He was trying to make a fruit salad, I guess.
Yeah. Merle
hilarious.
does art with his poop now. Of course he does.
Well, maybe Merle ain't as stable as I
Yeah.
thought he was.
It's art, whatever.
Wait, now does he throw it with Gigi's poop or his own poop?
Gigi's gone.
Yeah, but maybe he kept it from all the times he shit on stage. That'd be gross.
He was bleeding from the crotch.
That's nice.
All right,
what's his name? Iggy Pop would fuck himself up during the shows, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cut himself.
Wouldn't he cut himself or something?
Yeah. And what's his name?
I thought that was fucking nuts.
Darby from the Germs. Oh, whatever.
Yeah. A lot of the punk guys. Then did Marilyn Manson do shit like that or no? Just I don't think.
I don't think so.
Right?
Yeah.
He said it's his own poop, so that's
If it was Gigi's poop, maybe.
yeah,
I
maybe.
don't know about Merle. All right, last one I got. Waking up with the house on fire. Total Halloween title, but just scary as fuck.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a great one. Actually, that album's not that good, but the one before it.
Look,
Yeah, that's scary.
that right there is more makeup than everything put together we've shown tonight.
That looks like Elvis back in his 50s.
That looks like the first one I showed with the clown.
Yeah. Is that Ronald McDonald?
That's clown. All right, that's what I got.
Here's my last one. This just came out. We just reissued this. I never had this before, so it's like one of those 180 gram on Candid. So, but
Right on.
pretty good price, $20.
Wow.
And it's one of those real hard, heavy cardboard stock covers. It's nice.
Yeah. Right on. Well, anybody else got anything else?
Yeah, I got a couple I showed. I mean, when you talk about costumes and stuff, and I know it's not metal or anything, but you gotta, Peter Gabriel and the Genesis years and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And it's the only one I could really found that I had, some picture of me. But when you go back to Genesis and all those, all the costumes and shit.
Okay, I got a question.
Mm-hmm.
So, is the new thing in the BC? Have we switched from Genesis to Steely Dan now? It's like I keep hearing people talking about Steely Dan. Is that like the new big?
That dude, honestly,
it's the whole
check this out.
Audio
Man.
file.
The new reissue coming out.
The Steely Dan records, dude, I can't keep them in the store. Even to this day, if I get I got 3 in today.
Well, that's a total hipster thing.
No, these are guys that are like, I'm surprised.
All the audio file thing too.
It's older guys still, like in their 50s and 60s buying it. And I guess some of them have been mastered by Ludwig. So those are like really expensive now, because I guess like.
Man, who gives a shit? It's still fucking Steely Dan.
I know.
Understand it, man. It's like if it's shit and it sounds good, it's still shit.
Yeah, I don't get it.
I'm okay with Steely Dan. I'm not a huge fan. I can listen to Steely Dan, but
That shit.
is it something that's going like Genesis, that 70s Genesis bullshit? I don't understand that at all. That's Aaron and I are opposite there. I'll take Steely Dan. You can have the 70s Genesis because that shit doesn't make any sense to me, man.
I'm pretty over Genesis too. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I don't think so many records anymore. Even I probably have something.
But I just remember
Steve.
one point early on in the BC, actually pretty close to when I was joining it, everybody was going nuts over
Exactly. When I came in too, it was like, really? Everybody's all jacked up on Genesis, huh?
Dude, to me, Genesis had one album, and that was Havoc. Everything else is pointless, man.
I never liked it.
Dude, I liked Genesis when I was in high school.
Yeah, that's when Havoc came out.
Havoc.
And the self-title, that's when I seen them, and it was the 80s Genesis, but
to each
I
his
never went back.
Yeah.
To each his own. I just never understood it.
How about this? You guys, the Queensryche era when
That's a good one.
you got some eyeshadow there. I mean, they were
Got the
totally
flock of
glamming
seagulls
out.
haircut.
Look at this. Yeah, look at that. I mean, they were dressing up big time.
That album, that so threw me when that album come out.
Yeah, but look at Tay. I mean, you definitely high eye makeup on that one.
Well, he's got the flock of seagulls with the
I mean, we talked about this too, but King Diamond, obviously.
Non's having no
Diamond.
fun.
I'm still not a huge fan of that Queensryche album.
No,
out of the early stuff, that's the least one that interests me.
And the last three are expected, but how many times did the first time you saw this? I think it's fair to say that we all got duped when we first saw this one.
Yeah, for sure.
With that makeup, I was like, oh yeah, look at this chick band. Oh wait a minute, what?
That might even be more makeup than Boy George.
There you go. Yeah, I mean they pulled it off.
I actually knew. I wasn't duped by that, but that's because for some reason I saw the video before I ever saw the record.
Okay.
For Talk Dirty to Me. So
I just remember seeing it.
But even having seen that, I was surprised by that cover at how feminine it looked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can still remember the first time.
And knowing,
I can remember the first time walking into a shop and I hadn't seen the video or anything and saw that. And I'm like,
that's my glance where it was like on one of the displays at Rolling Stone Records. I looked down, like, oh, look at these chicks. And then I'm like, and I looked back. These aren't chicks.
There was never a time, though, when I would have picked it up.
Yeah.
I would have seen it at the shop, but I wouldn't have picked it up to look at it because I've seen enough.
I think that's a great garage rock album.
Yeah, if you took away the whole look of them and all that, I mean, if you just play the music, I mean,
it's not a metal
power pop. Is it power pop? Is it punk
it's
pop? I don't know.
It's garagey to me. It's
I mean,
that's
why like that's with Cinderella's. I loved the music. I just hated the name, and they kind of did that look on the first album.
The first album, yeah.
But to me, they were just a rock band.
Well, that's why I never liked them. I mean, they were like that was like when the whole that whole sort of faction of the glam thing sort of split off into blues rock, which was really kind of all of it because the rest just sort of died out. But I was never on board with any of that shit. So
that would be your
and all that. Yeah.
It's like I listen to that. And it's like I never liked any of it and the glam thing is easy to make fun of. But what I really don't, the reason I can't enjoy it as kind of crappy metal is because it's not kind of crappy metal. It sounds like kind of crappy blues rock to me. I don't care about it. It's.
That was your years in Germany, right? When all that stuff was going on, or
I did miss a lot of that. That was a little bit of a culture shock when I came back. Honestly,
87, 89.
Yeah, well, 88 is when I came back. So
okay.
Well, let me ask you: do you ever see yourself? I mean, because you kind of missed all that stuff, you've never paid attention to it, right? I mean, other than the huge big. Do you ever see yourself going down that rabbit hole? Because you've went down some rap rabbit holes and doom stoner rabbit holes.
I mean, anything's possible. I never thought I'd get so into the Dead.
I hope at some point you do. Because
next time he's on, he's gonna have a long blonde wig with a fucking bandana on, rouge on his face,
spandex and tiger print shirt.
I'm kind of at a place where I've been kind of, I was really hostile to glam for a long time, and then I kind of softened, and I've kind of become more hostile again. What I've sort of realized is that, or I'm starting to realize, I should say, is that it's not whether or not it's not how warm I am to the glam, it's how warm I am to the AOR. Because like the AOR sounding shit I can kind of hang with, even if it sounds glammy. But if they're doing that blues rock thing, there's just nothing for me there. So I don't know. I'm not like an AOR fan by a long shot. I really hate shit like Foreigner, right? But those Gamma records, I'd be lying if I said I hadn't really enjoyed them. And if you asked me to draw that line between Gamma and Foreigner,
I wouldn't even put those.
I'd be having a hard time with it.
A lot of that stuff, like by 87, I was tired of it too. I didn't pay attention.
Oh, it's like every other band had that.
Yeah, like
sound.
By the time Warrant and all that shit come along, it was like I'm out. I'm not.
Yeah, I was out by then.
Thrash and all that stuff was, and actually early Seattle stuff was starting to pop up. I was checking that out, but years later, early mid 2000, 2005, 2006, it was like I missed all that stuff. I need to get back and check out some of it. So that's when I went back and checked out Warrant and all the cheese ball. And I could hang with it because it's like, man, this reminds me of the 80s.
It's a nostalgia thing. I mean, and you've heard a lot. You know, the thing was you heard it a lot on the radio MTV.
Yeah.
You might not have really paid attention, but it was there. You know, it was like you had a. So.
But when it was going on, when it went totally over the top with Slaughter and all that shit, I was like, yeah.
Yeah, that was near the end, you know, Trickster and all that. Yeah.
You mean Slafter?
Yeah.
Slafter.
That was a little too much.
Yeah, that always fucking pissed me off, dude. That band Slaughter. I'll never like that band because we got fucking screwed by that band.
What with
classic?
We got the
with this one
too. Is that White Label by chance?
I don't
you know.
I don't think so.
I don't know if they were doing them that late or not.
No, there's a gold stamp, and no, it's not.
Okay, yeah, I think they stopped doing the White Label and the Kiss tour for Hot.
Yeah,
in the Shade.
Atlantic's not big on the white labels.
Yeah, the Hot in the Shade tour we had. I don't know if you guys anybody remember remember that tour got canceled, and when it first stopped,
Hot in Shade. I saw him on a tour. When did it get canceled?
At the very beginning, I think Paul might have injured himself or some shit, right? So it was supposed to be, Britney Fox and Kiss on that tour, right? So by the time they Paul got healed up or whatever, it was like 3 or 4 months later, and then in that span of 3 months, Slaughter just fucking took off.
I think it was like Winger and Slaughter, I think.
Yeah, so they booted Britney off it. And
Alpine Show.
See that? Even that, I never heard any of that at the time. Like up to Asylum was the last to Kiss for me. I never heard.
I didn't really get into the '80s Kiss. I was just going because I never saw them. I said, I got to see these guys.
It was years later.
I'm so glad they came back in '96 with the makeup and Ace and Peters.
Yeah, the Hot in the Shade tour really didn't turn out to be a big deal for Kiss, but I think it did for Slaughter big time.
Yeah.
Because it just, after that, it's like Slaughter was everywhere. I mean, I know they had that Up All Night single, but by the time, like I said, we came out of it like, well, we lost the opening gig to Kiss because they're taking Slaughter out. So.
All right.
Fly to the angels.
All right, we're about done.
That's right. Ugh.
We'll end on another animal question.
Go.
If animals could talk, which animal would be the biggest asshole?
The donkey.
The what?
The donkey.
The donkey?
Why? I thought the donkey would be cool as shit.
No, I don't know.
An elephant.
What's
Animal be the biggest asshole.
What's that?
That's a good question.
I think an elephant.
Maybe the hyena. He'd just be like fucking sarcastic and shit. I don't know.
Harmless Rebel just said hyena.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking of hippopotamus.
Yeah, they're pretty aggressive.
Yeah, they'll fuck you up.
The first thing comes.
Yeah, but I would picture a hippopotamus voice being, "Oh, hey there, Aaron. How are you today?" That'd be like a hippopotamus voice.
You know who'd be dicks? Dolphins.
Who would be what?
They'd be dicks.
They'd be dicks.
Oh, dolphins are dicks.
Dolphins. Because first of all, dolphins are dicks anyway.
Shove it up their blowhole.
Like, I hear this shit from people who like do crazy shit, like go outside, which I don't ever do. But you'll be like, you like paddling your kayak around, and they'll come up and just like start like bumping your boat just to see just to get a ride.
Fuck yeah, that's cool.
No, they could flip you, and they know that you know, right? But they're just fucking with you. Because they're dicks.
Yeah.
So like, if they were smarter, then they'd be resentful too. So they'd really be dicks if they could talk, you know.
What about like those little spider monkeys?
Because we're still smarter, right? Spider monkeys are kind of dicks.
Yeah, you see like a bunch of them coming at you. Hey, buddy, what are you doing? And pulling your hat off, like, fuck, get away from me.
I got a real dick in the neighborhood, a gorilla. He fucking attacks me every day, every time I walk around the corner. He's a real prick.
See, my pick would be.
Like a guy always sucker punches me.
My pick would be the obvious cats.
Cats are dicks anyway.
Assholes, man.
They got fucking.
I thought of cats, but I think dolphins would be worse than cats.
No, cats got fucking attitude problem
all time. Just unless they want something
Attitude.
from you.
Yeah, then they want to rub up, and then they show you their asshole and walk away.
What would be the coolest animal that could talk?
Fucking dogs, man.
Yeah, probably dogs. I don't even like dogs, and it'd probably be dogs.
That's blasphemy.
How about a sloth though? What about a sloth, man? He'd be like, hey,
I
Yeah,
think
on, man.
I think a sloth would just
What
push
up, dude?
Not
Yeah.
because they're an asshole, but just like, come on,
Sloths,
dude.
they wouldn't be able to get away from anybody.
Get it in gear.
No, but he'd just be like, let's just chill out here, man.
I think like big cats, like lions and tigers and shit, like you'd just be able to tolerate, like kind of just barely. Like they wouldn't be total dicks, but even if they were cool, like you wouldn't really be able to like them very much because they were just kind of pretentious.
I think the lion would be kind of serious, you know.
Still a cat. Fuck cats.
It's okay.
What about chimps? I
They
bet
could be a little annoying, maybe.
They could be cool until they bite your face off.
I think chimps would be a mixed bag.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they would be like
Downer.
people. You could,
Yeah.
they're all
They're
different.
up like people.
Yeah, but
much
then
like
when
people.
you yell at it, it fucking attacks you and rips your. Yeah, how about that lady that had the pet
Yeah.
one bit her fucking friend's face off, dude? Her face off.
Yeah.
Like it's
I
just a
remember hearing
mound of mush.
Mm.
It's crazy
You know,
what kind of
it's-
fucking damage that they can do. It's amazing, actually.
All right,
How
guys,
powerful they are.
I'm about done.
He got
What? What are you
Yeah,
talking
gotta
about? What do you? No, we got another half hour. What
I
are you
ain't
talking
gonna
about?
bed, man.
Oh man.
It's 20 to 9. You guys can hang out and
Yeah.
talk about animals some more. What
Yeah.
animal would be the best one to drive a car? I don't know.
Goofy. Goofy
monkeys.
drives a car.
And we're back to the gorilla. Gorilla would drive a car.
Magilla Gorilla.
Yeah. And the grape ape.
Grape ape.
Biggly, biggly, biggly.
All right, guys.
All right.
Uh,
Well, I hope everybody has a good Halloween.
what a clusterfuck.
Yeah, we didn't even talk about movies or anything.
Oh, real
Yeah.
quick, before you get off, anybody see Halloween Ends?
Not yet.
No.
Eventually, we'll watch it.
All right. Well, I guess I got to go to another fucking podcast to talk about.
I think what you meant to say was "fuck you guys."
Yeah. Well, I didn't want to be rude. All right, that's your homework till the next episode. Check out Halloween Ends.
All
Very
right,
good.
thank-
Oh, I
Did
forgot
you
to
see-
show this.
Did you see
This is,
Halloween
I got this for
Kills?
George, the makeup case CD.
Yeah,
That thing's awesome, man.
it is
Yeah.
All
awesome.
those early shows. Yeah.
Did you see Halloween Kills from last year?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, never
I
mind.
have probably only seen the first 3.
What
I
the
don't
fuck
even
is
know if I
wrong with
saw
you
it.
guys? It's Halloween. Why don't you watch them?
I've seen the
I-
first
well,
one, I think.
It's
Wow.
worth it.
I watched
It's worth-
Captain Blood last night. That's all I
It's
know.
worth a watch.
That's not a Halloween movie.
I'm not a slasher guy. We've talked about it. It's like,
Oh yeah, you're right. That's right. You like that old shit. You know what I broke out, Greeno, for this week?
What?
Abbott and Costello meets Frankenstein.
Oh, there's
That's
see,
awesome.
that's
Yeah.
classic.
I watch it every year at this time. I watch it.
that's awesome.
It's my favorite. All right, fellas, we'll let you all go. Greeno has to go do a Halloween dump,
Dude,
and
Halloween dookie.
Jesus Christ.
so we'll see you all in a couple weeks. We're gonna try and do this every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I think that's our schedule right now. So we'll be back. So
Thanks everybody for watching.
Yeah,
Yep.
thanks for watching, chat people. Remember, Harmless Forever, Steve, everybody. Later.
Hey,
Thanks a lot, everyone.
thanks.
Eddie.